Hello Galactic family. Imagine that NASA sent an astronaut into space on a mission. Before leaving, the astronaut and NASA team spent months studying and working together. He was preparing to understand what it was like to live in space, how to take care of the maintenance of the ship and how to take care of his health. He was studying the steps of his mission and everything he should do there. He was alerted by the team of what could cause difficulties and how to get out of those difficulties. During this process, he became anxious, distressed and even a little afraid. But he felt confident re-establishing himself when he remembered that he would have a team working with him from Earth. He could connect with them at any time and they would be monitoring all the indicators. When the time came, the rocket was launched into space. Technically everything perfect. It left the Earth orbit in space and everything went well. But in this process of launching the rocket and going into orbit, one thing happened: the astronaut forgot all that had lived on Earth. He suffered a kind of amnesia that made him forget who he was on Earth, all the directions he received before he left and what he was doing on that spaceship. And so he was getting lost, afflicted, afraid, feeling alone. It was experiencing her new life, trying to find out what she could do there, understanding what her possibilities were and thinking about how to create a good life. The Earth team was desperate because the astronaut did not hear what they were saying, but they listened and saw everything he did. All he had to do was push a button to connect with the base and he would have all the information he needed and he would easily discover everything he was trying to do and learn on his own. But the astronaut forgot. And he did not allow himself to believe that there was anything other than his ship. He did not believe he could connect with Earth. He did not even remember coming from Earth. And so his days were getting harder and harder. His life became more and more meaningless. Its existence more and more without purpose. It was only to survive, to endure another day, until the time came when his body could no longer resist. That story may sound weird, but it's more common than you think. Reverse the roles. Think of us as astronauts sent by a base off the Earth. We received all the guidelines, prepared to come, studied and were sent. We came here and we forgot all of this. We love Earth, people, and the pleasures of living in this three-dimensional physical world. And we forget that we have a base that we can call at any moment. That we have a crew working for us. That each one has an entire team at their disposal. They are watching you, listening to you and desperate to be able to communicate with you. But you do not believe they exist. You think there is nothing beyond what you can see. And in the moments when everything is going well, you turn out good without them. But there comes a time when things change. There comes a time when there is a void, a loneliness and a longing for a place that you do not know what it is. There comes a time when you feel like connecting with something you do not know what it is. This something is your home. It's your team. The guys that are supporting you from the other plane. When you remember that you have all this at your disposal, that there is something more than you live, that feeling of loneliness is gradually disappearing. You are reconnecting, remembering, and your life comes to gain another meaning. Your existence makes sense. Life is not just survival. Your life has meaning. Your existence makes sense. Remember who you are. Trigger your team. Silence the mind to listen. And I'm sure the pieces will fit. You do not have to do it alone. You have a base supporting you in everything you need. You already know everything. You just need to remember. And if you allow yourself to remember,